Hello and welcome to our first ever game review for our new channel. Today we're going to be talking about the massive game that we just played against FC Barcelona, where we did take away all 3 points and we came out looking very good. To start off with, as you can see here, we did win 2-0, which is a massive result for us. That is something that had not been seen in a home game against FC Barcelona since 1965. That was the last time that we beat Barca by 2 goals, or 2-0 to be exact, at home. So very massive result that we had not seen in very many decades. Now, as you can see there, our two goal scorers were Thomas Lemar and Luisito Suarez. Suarez also got an assist for the Thomas Lemar game, so he had a very good game today, very productive. And Thomas Lemar, well, apart from scoring a goal, well, he just made so many good plays and was one of our top players overall. That goal really just sealed how well he performed today. So before we get into the bigger details of the game, here is the lineup that we used for today. As you can see, we decided to go once again with the 5 defenders, 3 midfielders, and 2 forward lineup that we've been using for quite some time now. In goal, obviously, we needed to have Oblak there, and in front of him, our 3 defenders were Savic, Jimenez, and Hermoso, who are probably our best defenders at the moment, I would say. So very good choices there. In the right wing-back position, we did have Llorente there instead of Trippier, so that was a bit of a surprise for me. I expected to see Trippier there, but I didn't think that Llorente played bad. I think he did a good job. Most of the time, he does play in the midfield. He has played in that wing-back role before, but usually he doesn't start games there, so it was a bit of a surprise to see him starting in that position. In the left wing-back position, we had Carrasco, who is another player who has played there many times before. He wasn't much of a surprise. I thought that he would probably play there, even though I would have probably not gone with this formation to begin with, but I wasn't surprised to see Carrasco there at all. Next, in the midfield, we had Koke, who was not a surprise either. Unfortunately, we didn't have Kondogbia, who has been playing very well these past few games, so Koke really was our best option there to fill in for Kondogbia. To the right of Koke, we had De Paul, who is obviously one of our best players at the moment, one of our top midfielders. Today he played a bit of a different role than what he did against AC Milan. Today he played a much more defensive role, but he really showed his versatility in being able to play that different face of the same role. And to the left of Koke, in the left center midfield position, we had our best midfielder to date, and that is Thomas Lemar. Now, Thomas has been playing very well this season. He just came back from injury not very long ago, but he showed today why he needs to be a starter every single game that he is healthy. Thomas's role today was very much a creative role. He was the main creative player in our team. He really drove with the ball forward a lot, and he was the main one making the plays happen today, while Koke and De Paul were concentrated more on the defensive side of that midfield. And lastly, up front, we had Luisito Suarez. Obviously, we need to always have our number 9 up there. He is our main man. He is our main goal scorer, our number 9, and he needs to be there every single game that he is healthy as well. Next to him, we had Joao Felix, who was a bit of a surprise simply because against the AC Milan game, he didn't play particularly well, whereas Griezmann came in and scored a goal. So I actually thought that Griezmann would probably get the go-ahead for this game, but maybe Simeone saw something during training that he liked more in Joao Felix, and it turned out he made the right choice. Joao probably had the best game he has had in an Atletico shirt to date. He was playing very well, dribbling very well, and creating a lot of spaces and a lot of plays. So moving on from the lineup, as we can see here, this is the sort of overview of the game. As you see here, most of the possession, most of the passes, and even most of the shots were created and had by Barcelona. They had 9 shots in total, but we did have the more important shots on target, which we had 3, and they only had 2. One of those shots on target was a very weak shot on top of that, so absolutely no danger, whereas their other shot on target was a pretty close call where Oblak had to come out. He saved the goal, and he blocked a shot from, I believe it was their number 14, who is Coutinho. Apart from that one-on-one chance that Coutinho missed, the Barcelona team really didn't produce any other danger today. They mainly crossed the ball into the box a lot. Obviously, we're very good in the air, though. We have Savic and Jimenez back there who are very solid, and they didn't really produce any danger apart from that. Even though we didn't have very many chances ourselves, we did put away almost all of our chances that we had. We were very effective today. That was the big difference in the teams. We were very effective. We took our chances, we put them away, and we got the 2 goals very early on, and that helped us be able to control the pace of the game, sit back, wait for more errors, and not have to be stressed out and not have to be freaking out in the last 10-20 minutes like we've been doing these past few games. So that was a very nice change of pace for us. Barca were the ones who were pushing up front, leaving a lot of spaces behind towards the end of the game because they were forced, because of the scoreline, to come forward away from their box, away from their comfort zones, and try and seek some goals. So we were able to very much take it easy the second part of the second half, and I think that was really a good performance from us overall. We were able to stop Barca from really creating much danger. We looked like we had a plan from the very beginning, and we stuck to that plan. All of our players knew what they were doing. They all knew what their role in the plan was, and they executed their plan perfectly. Whereas Barcelona, on the other hand, simply seemed like they had no plan, no idea what they were doing, and they just continuously just kept throwing balls into the box, not much of an idea of what else to do. Our game was too solidly defensively, and we were just able to basically take it easy, like I said, the second part of the second half, and without really much of a danger from them. Now, because of this great result, we were able to move back up into second place in the table. As you can see here, we are tied once again on points with Real Madrid. Now, unfortunately, Madrid do have a game in hand, which they will be playing, I believe it's tomorrow. So, by tomorrow, we will see whether or not they'll be able to get all 3 points from their game or not. But for now, we are tied on points with them. Also, unfortunately, as you can see, Real Sociedad and Sevilla also have game in hands while not being very far away from us on points. So we are definitely still in not a very good position on the table. We can definitely still drop quite a few places, but these 3 points were very crucial, and I think that once some of these games are played, we'll be able to better see where we're going to end up and go from there. I think that Sevilla and Real Sociedad will probably be more likely to drop points than Real Madrid, but we can always expect Madrid to mess up sometime in the league. So we need to capitalize whenever that happens, make sure that we keep getting our 3 points, and move up in the table further. Now, for the upcoming season, for the rest of this month, as you can see here, the next couple weeks are going to be on a break. It is the international break, so there won't be any league game for now, unfortunately. When we do come back, though, we are going to be having an absolutely massive game at home against Liverpool for the Champions League. Now, that game is probably even bigger than this Barcelona game. It will decide who's going to pass on through the group stages of the Champions League. It is an absolutely must-win game for us. Obviously, Liverpool are going to try and come back for revenge, but we need to make sure that we take advantage that we are playing at home, that hopefully some of our players will be rested from the break if they don't play much with their respective national teams, and we need to come away with the 3 points as well. Following that, we will have another massive game against Real Sociedad, also at home. That will be for the league, and that's going to be something that's going to decide those top places in the table. As I just mentioned, Real Sociedad is one of our top competitors up there in the table right now, so we need to make sure that we take those 3 points away from them, since they actually have less games than us. So we definitely cannot afford to be losing or drawing that game. Following from that game, we will have Levante, which, as you guys can remember, last season gave us very many issues. They made us drop many points very successively. So something that we need to keep in mind, and go out there and try and win all 3 points as well, and make sure we don't drop anything there this season, because we simply cannot afford it this season. Last season we were ahead by quite a large margin when that happened, so we could afford a few points. Obviously we still won at the end of the season, but this season we're very tight on points. The top of the table is very tight, and so we cannot afford to drop any points against the easier, or technically easier, teams like Levante or Betis at the end of this month. So that is it for today. That is the game review against FC Barcelona. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Please come back. The quality of these videos will keep increasing. I will keep working harder to bringing more content for you for our favorite team, Atletico Madrid. If you enjoy this type of content, though, make sure you like and subscribe, share, and like always, leave me your comments below on what you guys thought about the game. Did you like how we played? What did you think of our performance? Let me know your thoughts on the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.